Hey, what's up, Crit? What's up, Paul? Thanks a lot for tuning in. Let's go ahead and start the live stream. I think we're good now, right? So basically, in today's content, we're gonna start off with the macro scale and all that good stuff, right? And we're gonna basically refocus our attention to the macro scale. We've been talking about the lower degree over the last few weeks and so on. Nearly the entire month of April, we've been focusing on the 2-day time frame, all that good stuff, right? And we did great, buying the dip and not panicking, right? When BTC dumped all the way down to like a 47, we said anything below 47, guys, it is going to be a steal. And most people have been listening to many bears looking to buy like at 30K and all those crazy crazy prices, right? They've been calling last week and all that good stuff. Market shifted nearly, guys, in less than 10 days. We basically shifted around, okay, from like a 47 all the way up to 58. So if you basically sold the bottom, right, 50K and below, you're gonna have to buy it higher, okay, unless we're gonna see another, unless we see another basically another dump, and you're gonna get another opportunity to buy the dip and all that good stuff, right? So the main topic today is going to be the macro chart, okay? We're gonna focus on the BLX chart, and we're gonna focus on it on the basically monthly basis, 50-day cycle, and all that good stuff. In terms of timing, also, we're gonna focus on it and what type of peak we could anticipate, right, within the next like a few weeks and so on, right? Especially end of the year, let's say December, January, and all that good stuff, right? So we're also going to talk about the extension, okay? We talked about the extension multiple times, right, regarding the 0.786 extension, right, from the previous bull market. But I forgot to mention also, we also got a similar extension, the prior bull market also, okay? Right here, when we picked at just about like 1150 range, the extension was also 80%, okay? So we're expecting another 80% extension, and we're going to talk about all that good stuff, guys. I'm going to explain to you what I'm talking about, right? It sounds complicated, but most of you guys already been following me long enough to know we talk about the extension up to 150K, right? 150K, right? Back in 2019 and all that good stuff, right? So let me take a look at the chat room. XRPG in the house. So let me know if you've been panicking, right? When BTC was dumping and you've been expecting like a 30K and all that good stuff, right? And sold all your Ethereum at $2,000. So Ethereum, we're gonna take a look at Ethereum. What we said also was like right here, before we talk about BTC, let's go ahead and take a look at Ethereum quickly. Not you. So Ethereum, we nailed Ethereum, okay, both targets, okay? The first target was like 23.5, okay, up to like a 25.5, and after that, what we said was like we're gonna be looking for another dip all the way down to a 21.30, down to like a 18.88 range, okay? Right here, basically that was the second range to rebuy right there, and we're going to take it all the way up to 3K. Now we hit 3K, next support area going to be 23.50 to 25.50 area, and we're going to be looking for basically a 4K range, okay? It doesn't have to retest it, but it is going to be another good add-on, right, if we retest the 23.50. But we're going to take a look at all of that good stuff, guys, all of that good stuff. So now let's dive into the good stuff regarding BTC, right? So everything will be all right in the house. Thanks a lot. Everything will be all right. So now let's dive into the analysis regarding BTC on the macro scale. When you take a look at BTC, like since basically 2011, the BLX has a a longer history, but I'm just going to use I'm just going to use you know, Bitstamp, right? Because I'm only going to basically focus on the last 2 cycles, right? So basically, when you take a look at BTC since like 2013 right here, actually not 2011, you can see like we pump all the way up parabolically up to basically 20k range, okay, and we got rejected and we tested the support area right here just about like a 3100 range, which is basically 382 pullback. And you know, 382 pullback, beautiful support right here, and we're getting another parabolic move. The good thing is like when you notice when you take a look at it, when you take a look at it on a monthly basis, you can notice like the the strong uptrend on the monthly basis, okay. On the Heiken Ashi, we're not getting any sign of reversal yet, right? So you can see like no tails at all. We talk about it like over the last 2 months. We said it, you know, back in January, February, and all that good stuff on the 3-week cycle. We said BTC, it is still on a macro trend. We're not getting any tails right now. So the 4-year cycle, okay, it is gonna end right here, just about like a December, okay, December, January, right there. And if we're gonna expect like the same type of a parabolic move, we could be looking for a price target up to like a 200k right there. If and only if, guys, if and only if we're gonna basically replicate the same parabolic move with the using the same trend line right here, okay, we could be expecting a move all the way up to 200k, okay. But I'm not 200k is not my personal target. I think like anything above like 150k, it is going to be a plus. Once again, anything above 150k, it is just going to be a bonus, right? So let's go ahead and take a look at why 150k. So if you take a look at why we basically trying to focus on 150k and not basically 200k, is like in terms of Fibonacci extensions, right? If you do a swing low, guys, once again, make sure to use the log scale, right? If you want to use the Fibonacci extension, if your chart is not on log scale, you're not going to be able to use it, okay? So what you need to do is like just do a swing low right here, right there, right, a swing high right there, right, swing high, and another swing low. So if you notice well, right, the 80% extension I've been talking about over the last few months, right, it is right there. So we picked at 1150 exactly, okay, if you notice well, okay. So if we're gonna apply the same setup, right, on our previous bull market, right, so we're gonna do another swing low of the previous move right here, right, and swing high up to 1150, and another swing low right there just about like 150 range, okay. You can see the same exact Fibonacci area, 786, okay, just about 20k area, right? So if we're going to be expecting another Fibonacci extension to the upside up to 786, we're gonna have to do another swing low, right, to swing high, down to swing low, okay. And if that's the case, if that's what we're going to be expecting, we could be expecting another move all the way up to 150 to 140k right here, okay. It is pretty easy. I think like it is one of the easiest BTC setups, macros, one of the easiest BTC macro setups, right, in terms of like a directional move, okay. Can it break above like 150? Yes, it can break above 150. But since like we've been respecting the 786 since like, guys, since 2009, so we just have to basically go by the 0.786 right here all the way up to 150k. If we get anything above 150k, you know, it is going to be just a plus, okay. We could basically get a new type of Fibonacci extension to the upside, and we're going to pay attention to it on the next bull market and all that good stuff, right? So another thing also, guys, to pay attention in terms of like a Fibonacci is like the first bull market right here. from swing low to swing high right there. Okay, you can notice, well, all right, we also at 1.27 right here, and 1.27 is very, very important, like in terms of like a macro trend. Even if, I mean, you can notice it also on BNB, right? If you take a look at BNB right here, we at 1.27 extension, and we talked about it when BNB was like $30 back in December, right? We said, we're gonna be looking for the 1-to-1 extension up to basically 245, 275, and next level going to be 600, right? 1.27 right here, and next level going to be 1.41 extension of the first bull market right here. Okay, for BNB, okay, the first bull market was right there up to right here, and the bottom right there. Okay, 1-to-1 extension, just about like a 245, 275 area, right? And the next extension points, 1.27, and the next one going to be almost like a 1.41 at $1,100. Okay, so something to keep in mind. The extension to the upside for BTC, once again, just to basically confirm the macro bull trend, it is going to be give or take, okay, 140 to 150. But if you want to draw it properly, it is almost at 200k. so 200k, it is also, guys, showing up right here. Okay, right there, right? So 150 to 200k could be a good range for most bulls, right? To start, like, at least start to take profit if we retest, but if we test like a 150 to basically a 200k range. Okay. Hey, what's up, Jude Moonboy in the house? XRP 589. I'm gonna do one for XRP 589 and all that good stuff, man. You're still waiting for XRP 589. So now, after talking about the macro bull trend, now let's take a look at the bear market. Okay, what type of corrections, right? We seen in our previous bear market, not bull market, right? So we did have three dips. Okay, three dip bear market right here. The first one back in 2011, the second one back in like 2015, and the third one, of course, guys, 2018, right? The most of us remember the 2018 bear market, right? So what I noticed, right, is like, yes, most people not expecting BTC to drop 80%. In my own opinion, okay, I do believe like we're gonna drop a lot in in the next bear market. Okay, so let's take a look at why we're gonna be dropping a lot. Okay, if we picked somewhere around like a 150 to 200k or even higher, right? You can see like the last bear market, right? The first bear market, not last, but the first bear market, we dipped all the way down to right here below 382. Okay, not 382, but just above 382. Okay, below 236 right here. Okay, and the pullback was nearly 94%. Okay, if you round it. Okay, so the second bull market, right, we basically got a nice dip. Okay, also just about 236, right? Another 86%. Okay, so the difference was only about like 7%, wasn't a lot, right? So the third bull market right here, we dip all the way down to 236. Okay, so it was it was deeper, right? You could say in terms of percentage, right, it wasn't the biggest percentage drop, right? It dropped like 84.5%, right? But in terms of Fibonacci, it was one of the deepest. Okay, none of these like a previous bear market dip all the way down to 382 pullback. Okay, something to just keep in mind, because most people are not expecting a 77% drop, not even 50% drop, but these suckers are pretty crazy, right? So something to keep in mind, right? But let's say, okay, we're going to be expecting a peak at 150, give or take. Okay, it could be higher, or if you're a moon boy, you could wait for 300k, right? But if you're conservative enough, you could basically just say, hey, goodbye at 150 to 200K, right? And the worst case scenario is like you just wait for another maybe 6 months to 1 year, right? It is gonna come back down to 150, right? If you missed it, right? And it sucker pump all the way up to 250 and so on, right? So if we're gonna be expecting the bull market to pick right here, just about 150, okay, if we do a swing low to swing high, right, 382 pullback, it is going to be nearly at 35K. Okay, and you know, guys, most people have been saying we're gonna retrace down to 30K range anyway. So most people are pretty much going to be buying again, right? Just about 30K to 35K. And if we do a swing high to a swing low, that's going to be nearly just about like 78% drop. 78% drop, still lower, right, in terms of like a percentage, still lower than the previous bear market drop. But in terms of Fibonacci, it is still going to be the same move. You see what I'm saying? So we cannot just say, hey, we're not going to drop like 80%, okay? Because the percentage drop is getting lower and lower, yes, but in terms of Fibonacci, sucker could even drop all the way down to 50% pullback, and that could give us a 80% drop. Do you see what I'm saying? So it all depends like how high we're gonna pump. If we pump a lot, it could affect our Fibonacci pullback and all that good stuff, right? But let's say we picked at 250, give or take, for Jude, right? Since Jude is a moon boy, right? So our basically 382 going to be right there, just about 46. Okay, and it is still going to be 80% drop. So I think like the best thing to do, right, at least in the short term, right, is like to pay attention to our Fibonacci, not the percentage drop. Okay, so not the percentage drop, because if we picked at 250, 236 is going to be just about like 85K. Okay, and it is only going to be 60% drop, and I don't think 60% drop going to be enough. Okay, for because most people are going to be still be rich, right? Most people are still going to be rich, they're still going to be rich at 60% pullback. So market want to take everything back, right, till everybody's broke again, right? And market gonna say, hey, let's go back to the moon, right? So I don't think like a 60% is a lot in crypto, right? And these suckers most of the time drop more than 90%, right? So hey, what's up, Quiet Cook in the house? XRP going to see its all-time high in May and June. Jude, yeah, Jude still waiting for 589 XRP. So that's all I wanted to cover for BTC regarding the macro scale. Hopefully you guys are going to be ready for these moves, because we talk about all these good stuff like back in 2019, 150K bull market peak, right, when BTC was like just about like a 3K and so on, right? We've been talking about like if we find the support range, if we get a support range just about like a 3K to 2K area, we're most likely going to see a bull market pick again at 150K at 80% extension, right? So we're still on track regarding the 80% the 80% extension to the upside and all that good stuff. JT Rolls in the house. So let's go ahead and take a look at Ethereum now. So Ethereum, for Ethereum, we're still looking good. We're not quite yet moving like a parabolically above previous all-time high right here. If you notice, well, we just about like 100% move. Okay, we just about like 2x above previous all-time high right here, previous bull market, right? So I don't think like Ethereum is done yet, right? We could at least get a 4 to 5x above like a previous all-time high right here. But now let's take a look at it in terms of Fibonacci, right? If we take a look at it in terms of Fibonacci, we cannot use like the wicks right here. Okay, the wick right here we got. Okay, we cannot use the because sucker dump all the way down to like 0.005 and all that good stuff, right? But let's take a look at it in terms of let's take a look at it in terms of previous bull market, right? Yeah, last bear market we bottom just about like a 50% pullback. Even Litecoin also bottom at a 50% pullback. And just to be conservative, we could also be looking for a potential a big extension to the upside regarding the previous bull market right here, from swing low to swing high right here, down to swing low, right? Just to be conservative, right, we could be looking for up to basically 1-to-1 extension. Okay, and 1-to-1 extension gonna take us right around like a 18 to 17k, and we talked about it before, right? Because 80% pullback, why not 80% pullback? I don't expect like 80% pullback to reject the price, just about like a 5k 7k area, 5k to 6k area, excuse me, because BTC going to give us a 80% extension. So if Ethereum going to outperform BTC, right? Ethereum going to outperform BTC, of course, right? I don't expect Ethereum to pump 80% also. Okay, I would expect like Ethereum to pump up to 1-to-1 extension right here, all the way up to 17k. So I know most of us expecting 10k Ether and all that good stuff, but most of the time market is now going to give you the exact number you're looking for. Like most people have been expecting BTC to hit like 10k right back in 2017, but sucker pump all the way up to 20k. Do you see what I'm saying? So I think like we got a good chance to see like Ethereum above like a 10k, right? I know it is a lot, but it is what it is. We just have to be cautious, not try to short the short this sucker like right around like a 10k and so on. Is it a good level to take profits? Yes, 10k and higher, but I wouldn't be looking forward to get out completely out of Ethereum at 10k. Okay, because we can still get some pretty juicy move above and 10k, another 50% move, right? Something to just keep in mind regarding Ethereum macro scale, right? So everything is bullish on Ethereum on the 50-day cycle. As we said, everything is looking incredibly bullish. BTC 50-day cycle, it is still bearish. Ethereum 50-day cycle already pumping to the upside. So if you notice well, BTC, it is still moving sideways on the 50-day cycle, so cycle still pretty bearish. Ethereum, it is getting the job done. Okay, and exactly that's what we said. So that's why we stayed bullish on the Ether right around like a 2k after the last sell-off. We said we still on track since like 1300 1400 range. We said we're gonna pump all the way up to 3k. We did not try to compromise. We just said, guys, 3k. After 3k, we're going to be looking for 4k area. Okay, so 4k is going to be the next macro target, and it's not going to be an easy shot, right? I don't think like we're just going to pump to 4k all the way up like easily. Okay, so one thing we just have to expect is like our support level right now for Ether going to be just about like 2550 to a 2550 to down to a 2350. Okay, right here. That's going to be our next support, just in case we get another bad news. Remember, guys, we got a bad news right here. I think like was the Biden tax and all that good stuff, right? So most people started to panic. We said, guys, you know, we hit our target 25.50, 23.50. You know, if you take profits, you just have to suck it up. We got our, you know, support range, you know, 1888 all the way up to 1971 range. Okay, so sucker dump all the way down to you know, low 2000. Bang. Okay, another 50% move. So I think Ethereum, we're good right now. I don't have anything to say regarding Ethereum. Beside it is still a good hold. Okay, and rebuy range, right, for bulls to add on, it is going to be right here, just about 23.50 to 25.50. Oh, hey, what's up, Makata? Yes, you better bring your candies to the moon, guys. We're going to the moon. I told you guys, you know, on the last dump, Ether was 2,000. So if you sold your Ether at 2,000, looking to buy it cheaper, bang. Okay, now you have to buy it higher. So that's why I keep saying, guys, you gotta put those Ethers, right? Don't leave them in the exchanges, right? Because you're most likely going to sell them if you have him if you just have him parked in the exchanges, right? So you have to basically try to put them in the ledger, right? And try to basically not to be messing with them while price action is heavily moving to the downside, right? And instead of basically selling, you might be buying the dips and basically add it back to your position and all that good stuff. Okay, because Ether is macro, the macro trend, it is still pretty juicy. All right, just like Link and all that good stuff. So let me take a look at the chat room, and we're gonna talk about some of the alt. XRP. Let's go ahead and take a look at XRP. So XRP, it is still on track. So nothing crazy at all, right? So it is still a good hold, right? So we above the 21 EMA on our 3-day base, on our 3 weeks time frame. Still a beautiful bullish divergence on the macro scale. So XRP parabolic move is still in play. Okay, it is still in play, and I think we're still gonna get all the way. We're still gonna pump all the way up to like a 10,000 sats. So it is just a matter of time. I just don't know when, but we're likely to see 10,000 sats XRP. So it is nearly another 3x move. Okay, 3 to 4x move versus BTC, right? So it means like if we're gonna pump 3 to 4x versus BTC, we're likely to pump at least 5 to over 5x versus the dollar if BTC pumps above 80k, right? Something to just keep in mind. I'm not sure if like we're gonna do it in May or we're gonna do it like in June. I think like timing going to be crucial, right? Trying to time the market. I think that the best thing to do for the bulls is like to just sit tight, relax. If you believe in XRP, you just suck it up and wait for the parabolic move to the upside, right? So Will Brown is saying, hey Sam, do you think like we will get another alt season? Kirby water cooler is very bearish. James is saying like what happened back in 2017 was because alt was only there was only because they were alt. I mean, I don't know. I think Kirby been bearish since like what 20K. So man, look, I was bearish at 10K, all right, but I gave up as soon as we pump above 10.5, you know, but I don't know. I don't know. He could be right. Okay, he could be right. We're gonna be dumping, but the thing is, most of the money, okay, we already, you know, made enough profits. Even if we dump, we can still get out and short these suckers, right? So he could be right, but I'm still bullish until we basically start to see like some bearish momentum on the macro scale. I'm still, guys, bullish on the macro scale. The 50-day cycle is not showing any bearishness. You take a look at the monthly, is not showing any bearishness. Even though we got a bearish monthly candle, the volume was low. Okay, the volume was very, very low. Okay, if you take a look at it on the Heikin-Ashi, we're not getting any red candle. Okay, on the Heikin-Ashi candle. Okay, nothing is bearish since like May 2020. Okay, so and right there, that's when we basically flip bullish, right, you know, right around like October. Okay, October 6th. So let's see what we're gonna get, right? Once we start to get like some bearish monthly, 50-day cycle, 3-week cycles on the Heikin-Ashi, then we're gonna start to be bearish. Okay, so we got plenty of time. I don't think like try to you know, time the market to pick the top is the right approach, right? The best approach is like just to make profits. Okay, just make profits, because you just don't know. Okay, you might be saying, oh, you know 60K, 65K is the top, right? You know, and then sucker pump all the way up to 150, and you're gonna be FOMOing at 150, and sucker basically dump down to 55. You see what I'm saying? So I wouldn't be trying to you know, time the peak, right? That's what I'm saying. 150 to 200K, better start like taking profits. Even if it goes to 100 and, you know, 185, you know, 285 and all that good stuff, you're still gonna get plenty of time, guys, to buy it back. Okay, even cheaper than where you sold it at 150 to 200K, right? And you should make like enough profits when BTC is at, you know, 150K to 200K. Okay, so you should make like way enough profits to not worry about like a BTC going up to 200K, unless you just jump in at 150, stuff like that, right? But if you've been long enough since like last year, right, and you've been buying the dips, if BTC pumps another basically 3x, alt gonna pump another 30x, and most of you guys holding like 90% alt. You see what I'm saying? So you're expecting your portfolio to go like 20 to 30x if BTC going to go all the way up to you know, 150 to 200K. Okay, so if you don't do anything, okay, your portfolio can at least okay, give you another 15x. So, and if you already 3x your portfolio, let's say you already 3x your portfolio this year, most of you already like 5 to 10x, right? So 10x, okay, let's say 10x, let's just say 10x, okay, within the next like 6 to 8 months, right? If you already 5x your portfolio, 10x in your portfolio going to give you a 50x return. You see what I'm saying? So I wouldn't be basically be FOMOing above 150 to 200K, and I wouldn't be panicking neither if we dump down to like a 50K, 45K area, right? Will XTZ go to top 5? I don't know about top 5. I'm just paying attention to the macro trend, and also paying attention to the market cap. I do think XTZ could worth over 100 billion market cap if you know, Cardano is right now 35-40 billion market cap. Okay, if like Dogecoin is like over 40 billion market cap, I think, okay, at least XTZ could potentially pump all the way up to 100 billion. Okay, I would say 80 to 100 billion depending on volatility and all that good stuff. So it also depends like how Cardano going to be performing, even Tether, okay, not Tether but USD Tether, how Tether going to be performing, because that sucker could stay in the top 5 too, right? So I mean, I wouldn't go all in any alt. If you're in all in, I'm not giving you any financial advice, but I mean, BZRX, we talk about BZRX. Let's go back to BZRX. BZRX. So we talk about BZRX, you know, going parabolic, you know, and could be retesting the range right here, just about, you know, 2000 right here, right? So we're not yet at 2000, and we could be going all the way up to like 6000. So 6000 is nearly, guys, another 4x, right? So right here. So that's another 300% move. So if BTC goes like 3x and Sucker goes 3x, that's already, guys, what, you know, you do the math, right? So that's another 9x. 9x could be, you know, easily pumped to 10x, right? Versus a dollar. So hey, what's up, cheesecake? Cheese wheel. Cheese wheel in the house. Baibu Dogecoin. So we're gonna talk about Doge. Let's see. So let's go ahead and take a look at a VET BTC. So VChain, guys, I'm still bullish on VChain. Not sure, you know, I'm not sure what type of correction we're gonna get in this range, if we're gonna get any, right? Are we going to get another parabolic move to the upside, or are we going to be moving sideways in this box before getting another parabolic move? One thing I'm looking at is like the next upside target. It is almost at 600 sats, so that's the most important. And we said to buy the dip, okay, all the way down to like 288, right? Sucker dump all the way down to 268, and we talk about it when Sucker was like 470, 480 range, right? So it is still a good hold. So I'm not worried too much about that, because we nailed our target, right? When Sucker was right here, 80 sats. I was telling you guys, VChain is a macro. It is bullish on the macro scale. So just accumulate the dip right here, 70 sats. Especially if you can buy anything below 100 sats, you can still take it all the way up to 1000 sats. But we're just gonna focus on 600 sats next, and we're gonna take a look at it right after we hit 600 sats. Hopefully we can get there before August, and you know, that way we're gonna get a nice easy ride to like a 1000 sats before end of the year, right? But let's focus on also Zilliqa a little bit, right? Because Zilliqa and VET, they got similar price pattern. So let's see if Zilliqa can pump above 600 sats. That could give us the confirmation, right? We're likely to see VET at 600 sats. So keep an eye on Zilliqa. You know, our next upside target range is like 600 sats, give or take, right? So let's take a look at XLM for Santiago. So XLM still very accumulative right here. So low sell volume, beautiful you know, triangular formation. Next resistance almost at 2000, and after that we're gonna be looking for nearly 25 to a 3000 range. Okay, right there. Actually 27. So XLM, we just have to be patient with it, right? It is not giving us any parabolic move yet, right? let's take a look at Digibyte. So if you've been patient with Digibyte, when we talk about Digibyte, right, sucker was right around like what, right here, almost like, you know, 80 sats. Okay, so that's when I gave you the back in early January, right? So if you basically been patient enough, right, you can see like sucker is right now what, you know, versus BTC, sucker is like 300, like it pumped like nearly 360% versus BTC, and we said it, we're gonna retest our August high. That's why I gave a Digibyte right here, and I was like, just accumulate it, let the sucker do the work. Okay, so what we were expecting is like sideways correction, reversal. It dumped, it did not even move sideways, sucker just reversed, right? So now support area going to be right here. Okay, right there. But we still got some more upside target, right? So something to keep in mind, all the way up to 600 sats. So let's go back to BTC. So BTC is giving us a bull flag right here. Okay, we're getting a small bull flag. You know, you could count it as a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? You could get wave number 5 to the upside, right? Right there in terms of Fibonacci. We just about like 0.618. It is kind of tricky right now since like we are 0.618. So it is hard to say like if we're going to be pumping up to like a 60K without pulling back down. Okay. So if you watch my recent short update, I was saying like we could get this move to the downside, just about like a 54.5 to a 55.5. If the move is deep enough, we could even drop all the way down to low 53s, just to retest the previous, you know, the previous support right there. Right. So sucker, it is still a good hold. Right. Something to keep in mind. So if you sold right there, right, or you sold right there, right, you can still buy it back right here, you know. So yeah, Digitex, it is still consolidating right here. So we got a 3-way move right there, a macro 3-way move. So support is right here right now. So let's see if like we can stay above like 19 sat. So still looking good on the 6 hour big double top double bottom formation. So it could take time to get the breakout in this range. So very accumulative, right? Very, very accumulative. So let's see. Let's take a look at EOS. So EOS, that was our previous setup right here. We hit the 8.2 target, but dipped all the way down to a previous consolidation range right there. Okay, so right there. Okay, so right now it is kind of tricky. So not sure if like we're gonna, if EOS gonna follow the rest of the market, or if like we're gonna get the double bottom right here. So would just be cautious, right, regarding all crypto also, right, just in case we get the entire double bottom, just like what we did right here before the move to the upside. So that's also possible. We could definitely, I'm not expecting it, right, I'm not trading EOS right now, right, but it is something that you want to consider just in case if you are overly bullish, right. If you want to be conservative, you can still, you know, look for another buy right here, okay, because if we're gonna get another dip on BTC down to like low 50k, just in case, most of these alt going to give us another buying opportunity right there. So but overall we're still looking okay. We got the bullish crossover right here on our 6 hour. MACD already crossed bullish, right? If you bought the dip, you just have to suck it up, okay, and hold it. Let's go ahead and take a look at QKC. Yeah, QKC is still consolidating on the 6 hour to 8 hour, right? Three-way move pullback. So let's see what we're gonna get in this range. Right here we have 0.618 pullback, so nothing crazy, so we can definitely consolidate right here. On a 3-day basis, nothing crazy, right? Not overly bullish yet, right, as we get the bearish crossover right here. So once we get the bullish crossover on our 2-day basis, at least, right, we could be we could start to celebrate, right, over the next like a few days and so on. So VET USD, yeah, I mean VET USD, you know what we're saying, we, you know, still looking for the next upside target right here, just about like a 40 cents. So let's see if we're gonna get to if we're gonna get to like a 40 to 45 cents next, right? It is still a good hold. We talked about it back in you know, January, when cycle was like 2.5. So it is still a good hold. So we still like nearly 10x. Okay, so if you bought it at, you know, bought it at 2 cents and so on, right? LTC plus plus, I don't think we got a coin named LTC plus plus. We got a coin named LTC minus minus. Sucker is not moving, right? So Litecoin, it is still macroly bullish, right? So we're still following our trend line right here. As you guys remember, last time Litecoin, before the pump, we said our target is what, 288 to 310. We pump all the way up to 332. We tested our low 200, you know, $200 support, and now we're going to be looking to basically challenge again, you know, the 330 range. 288, it'll be almost there, right? So the next challenge, it is definitely going to be 330, and after that we're going to be looking for the 388, right? So support level to look for, primary support, it is still going to be the 230 right here to a 240 area. Okay, that's going to be the support area. MACD is looking to cross bullish right here on our 2-day basis, so we could start to be confident Litecoin could be reversing back up now. Okay, at least try to retest the trend line again right there, all the way up to a 388 range. Let's take a look at it. I think I got a layout for that. Okay, yeah. So that's what we're going to be looking for to the upside, 360 to 388 right there. Okay, so we got our mid range right here. So we could face a temporary resistance up to 288, right? Something to keep in mind. Based on closing basis, it is going to be 310, right? Remember, 310 was our upside target, right? We could not even close above 310 on a 2-day basis. Even though we pumped to like 330, the closing basis, we respected, bulls respected the resistance level right here, okay? So now we just have to, try to stay above the 240 to 228 range, okay? Even down to 230. I mean, even, 230 could be a support. So let's see like how we're gonna break a 360, to 388. Let's take a look at Solana. Solana. So Solana basically got the support right here, 3-day basis, right? Looks better on the 2-day basis. Got the support on the at the 2-day 21. Broke the all-time high right here, August high, right? Versus BTC. Now it is just going parabolically. So it is still a good hold. I don't see anything bearish. Any dips, right, down to the 2-day 21 versus BTC, going to be a good buy, right? Right here versus the USD, we got the that's the last time I talked about this sucker right here, but we got the support right here, March 24th, right? April 15th, right? So we do know our 2-day 21, it is going to be our biggest support level on alt, right? If the dump is aggressive, we could be looking for a 3-day 21, right? But most of the time the 2-day 21 is good enough. We got the same structure from dot also right there before the breakout. So it is still a good hold till we basically start to move sideways again and we reaccumulate again, right? But I don't see anything bearish so far, okay? So let's go ahead and take a look at NEO. NEO, we talk about our regarding our 250 target. We hit 130 beautifully right here, dip down to the 2-day 21. As you can see, did not quite retest it, but was a beautiful pump to 130. Triple, quadruple, quintuple support right here, multiple supports, another one right here. So if we dip lower, now we're going to be looking for the 75 down to a 72 range as a support, okay? If the sell-off is aggressive and we get a zigzag formation, we could just look for the 55 to 65 range if we get a zigzag, right? Because we just not sure if like we're going to get a zigzag or if we're just going to get the V-shape reversal. So but the main thing is like macro on the macro scale, upside target, it is still 250. Okay, it is still 250. And why 250? If we go back to what we said regarding NEO right here, right, 1.618 extension, right, going to be nearly at 250. Right now we're struggling to break a 1.27. 1.41 going to be just about 186. Then after that we're going to be looking for 250 to 276 range. So right here, okay? So we just need to break her 136, 140, and after that 186, and after that we're going to be looking for 276. all these targets are pretty much macro target. Nothing is like short-term targets, right? All right, guys, I'm just gonna call it a day, right? Hopefully you guys are safe out there and staying bullish, and not try to you know, be too bearish too soon, right? We're gonna get plenty of time to be bearish, believe me, guys. When the bear market kicks in, it's gonna last for you know, for a good time. It's not gonna last for 10 days, man. It's gonna last for a month, okay? Could possibly be like 12, 18 months, okay? Or even like 24 months. So we got plenty of time to be some bears, right? And as of now, best thing to do is just enjoy the macro uptrend till we get a macro downtrend, and we're gonna be shorting every rally, okay? All right, guys, thanks a lot for watching.